Days on from lifting the FA Cup at Wembley, Arsenal have made the 10,500-mile journey across the world to begin their preparations for the coming season. A packed house of 80,000 are inside the ANZ Stadium to see the Gunners take on Australia's A-League champions. Arsenal have three players who started the FA Cup final 7 weeks ago. Per Mertesacker, who was outstanding in that match, captains the team. Mesut Ozil and Danny Welbeck also played in that game at Wembley. New signing Sead Kolasinac also starts, as do four players from the academy side: Christian Bielik, Cohen Bramall, Reiss Nelson and Joe Willock. Arsenal's record signing Alexandre Lacazette starts amongst the substitutes. Sydney's five players, who began their triumphant A-League Grand Final against Melbourne Victory 2 months ago, are Alex Brosk, their experienced skipper, Jordi Baus, Michael Zulo, Joshua Brillante and Brandon O'Neill. Goalkeeper Andrew Redmayne is not only a self-confessed Arsenal fan, he also spent 2 weeks on trial at Arsenal as a fresh-faced 16-year-old back in 2006. What sort of condition are you in at this point, David, after having, well, they haven't had that long off really, have they? 7 weeks.
No, that's right, they haven't had long off, but I think the conditioning of players now is far greater than it would have been back in my day. That they take very good care of themselves, and I think they're sort of monitored throughout the close season as well to make sure that they don't gain too much weight, and you know, they keep on top of things. They'd have been training 2 or 3 times a week throughout the season, throughout the close season, light sessions, just to maintain a good level of fitness. And then it's about these games and, you know, really getting that sharpness of the passing and the movement, the understanding of each other. I think in general their fitness probably drops maximum 20% in the close season, if that, and that will be gotten back in the first 3 or 4 weeks of their pre-season training.
And it is the Gunners who get pre-season going in their third strip that's been recently released. And talking of threes, 3 at the back again for the Gunners. Bielik and Kolasinac, who's now on the ball, flanking Per Mertesacker. Arsene Wenger sticking with the formation that served him so well at the end of last season.
Yeah, I think when that formation change came, it gave the team a new freshness. A lovely turn in the centre of midfield there. I think it gave the team a new freshness and allowed released players in full position. So it's a good system to build on.
Arsenal already coming forward here. Walcott driving towards goal, blocked in defence by Sydney. Picked off, though, over on that far side by Coquelin. It's back down the line and then infield to Per Mertesacker. Nice blend of youth and experience in that team. Yeah,
there is, and Kolasinac straight away involved in the action down the left-hand side, involved again here, but it was a lovely ball from him inside the full-back, and yeah, it's a good, sharp start from the Arsenal.
This, by the way, is the venue, if you don't already know, for England's triumphant Rugby Union World Cup success. Back in 2003, it was known as the Telstra Stadium back then. Of course, Johnny Wilkinson's memorable extra-time drop goal, which won England the World Cup. Of course, it began life as the Olympic Stadium back in 2000, which it was purpose-built for. Now the ball has been given away by Bielik, and for the first time we can see Sydney in action with that ball to the near side towards David Carney. It was too loose for him to be able to pick up.
Yeah, it's a bit of a nervous start from Sydney. I think, you know, the anticipation of playing such a good side kind of puts you on your back foot from the start, although they are champions, and I'm sure that they've got that mentality where they've, you know, won tournaments together. I'm sure it'll only take 10-15 minutes for them to get into the game, but certainly a really sharp start from Arsenal.
Lots of red smattered around the seats inside the stadium. Arsenal very comfortably in possession. Of course, the pace of these games, not quite what you would see in the Premier League once the season starts. There's a long-distance effort. Comes in from Danny Welbeck, straight at goalkeeper Redmayne.
Yeah, good strike from Danny, and it's nice to see there on his outside. Reiss Nelson was just trying to make a bit of ground up. I think if he got his head up, probably could have played it across just to the outside.
Danny Welbeck scored twice in a 5-1 win for Manchester United against the A-League All-Stars at this venue 4 years ago. So he has experience of playing here. It's picked off on this near side. Good work down the near side. Played forward. In the end, it's put out of play at the back by Joshua Brillante.
Yeah, that man Reiss Nelson there, streaking down the right-hand side. Releases the ball at the right time. Showed great pace though, didn't he? And enthusiasm to get down, to put that pass in.
Mesut Ozil with the first corner of the game. Pushes it in towards the back edge of that 6-yard area. Mertesacker's there, and Per Mertesacker gives Arsenal a 4th-minute lead. Close range, not dealt with by Sydney FC, and the Gunners go in front. It's the first goal of their pre-season tour, and it's been scored by their captain.
Yeah, close range effort, but it's still a really good finish. I think for Per Mertesacker, it's almost an overhead kick. He does really well here. He's doing a good centre-forwards job, really. He's holding off the defenders in there. Yerry, are we going to give him that as an overhead kick? He's falling over as he goes in. Maybe not quite. Still a good finish from the big man. I think he'll be really happy with that. His contribution right at the start of this season, especially where he left last season with such a great performance and so tired, to get that goal today, be great for him.
It's been a big couple of weeks for Per Mertesacker, what with the announcement that he'll become Arsenal's academy manager from the start of next season. This is his final season as a player, and here come Arsenal again. Sydney forced back by the run of Theo Walcott. That's really good news for Arsenal. He is such a good leader, he's such a personality, and that's clearly been noted in his time at Arsenal by Arsene Wenger.
Yeah, I think what it does as well, Mike, is it keeps that continuity. You know, he would have played alongside quite a few of the academy players in training, and as they're coming up into the first team and joining them in tournaments such as this one. So to keep that continuity, to have him passing on his experience, it really is invaluable. And I think it's the way the club needs to go and get more ex-players involved in the training and in the organisation and development of the young players.
Another German, Jens Lehmann, is back at Arsenal as well, in a coaching capacity. Sydney come out of defence in the sky blue, push down the line, inviting a run from Carney. Across comes the big German. Picked up though in midfield by Michael Zulo. Looking towards Brandon O'Neill. Arsenal just unable to get the ball to the floor. Still not cleared convincingly. Sydney have it back, albeit under pressure. Good work by Reiss Nelson. Infield it goes. Now to this near side of the field. Mesut Ozil. Welbeck breaks down the right. Back into the feet of Ozil. Walcott was trying to make a darting run round the back. It's back with Nelson again. Now Kolasinac.